Welcome back to my channel. My name is DeAndra Jalisa. I'm a creative business coach here helping women like you get unstuck and create a life that actually feels good. So we're going to dive on in. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt like you were doing all of the things, but something still feels off? You're not broken. You're likely disconnected from yourself. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 3 signs that you may be disconnected from yourself and some gentle ways to reconnect and realign with your truth. I've had moments where I've been disconnected, and I'm telling you, sometimes it feels so distraught, like you don't know what to do. And you probably don't even realize that it's disconnection because you're just living in reality and you're like, why isn't this going good for me? Why is this happening? I feel like you connect with any of these signs. I want you to listen and reframe your mindset so that you can move forward and realign back to yourself. So the first sign is that you're constantly comparing yourself. I get it. We all have moments where we see someone have something that we really want. Especially with Instagram, you get to see everyone's highlight reel, their proposals, their engagements, baby showers, promotions, glow ups. And sometimes you can't even help to sit and think, why isn't this happening for me? But what if you're in a slow season? It happens. Everything has seasons. We have 4 seasons. We have seasons in life. We have seasons in sports. There's seasons in shows. Everything has a season. And sometimes it's a slow season where nothing is really happening. And I get it. You're doing your day-to-day tasks and you want to start attracting more things into your life. When you see others having those things, that sneaky belief can pop into your mind and you think to yourself, I should be further along. And why this is a sign of disconnection is because you outsource your pace and your power because you are literally allowing someone else's path guide yours. Whenever I see someone get engaged, get proposed to, have a baby, I send them nothing but love because I know that those things that I do want and desire in my life are coming my way at my own time. And when you think about it, I feel like, of course, I want to get married. Of course, I want to have kids, but I still feel like I'm in a preparation phase and things are going to work out when they're supposed to work out. So this is not a race. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And being patient in what God has for me is something that keeps me calm. When it comes to social media, if you feel like you are seeing too many things that make you want to compare yourself to others or compare yourself to a specific person, maybe it's time to realign your focus and possibly unfollow them, mute them, do what you have to do so that you aren't in this comparison trap. And curate your feed to what you want to see. And I want you to choose inspiration over pressure because honestly, when you see anything in this world, it's actually expansion. It's opening up your mind to more possibilities that you can have these things. That you can have anything you want in this world. And when you see the things that you want out there, just know that it's so possible for you. You just have to believe and take aligned action to move towards those goals to achieve them. The second sign is you feel numb, foggy, and emotionally exhausted. I can attest to this as well. I've had so many seasons where I've been emotionally exhausted, whether it be after working hours and hours on end and just being in a season of uncertainty. It causes a lot of stress on the body. And when you feel numbness or even your mind seems cloudy and foggy or even emotionally exhausted, this is your body language's sign of being burnt out and spiritually fatigued. And why this happens is because you've been outwardly focused for a very long time, avoiding your own voice. A lot of us don't realize that sometimes we don't live in our own truth and we outsource our energy to others thinking like they're the source. Maybe they have the answers when the answers are inside of you and you have to learn how to listen to that inner voice inside of you because a lot of the times it has all of the answers. And for me, this has happened to me. I can remember when I was going through my breakup last year, my body literally shut down. It was going through so much. And I was in the ER having digestive issues, acid reflux, anxiety, so many things. And I was trying to understand what was going on, but my body was so exhausted and stressed from just what I was experiencing. And at the time, I had to learn tools to help me reconnect with myself and learn how to ground myself back into reality, because it's a lot of pressure and it doesn't feel good when you feel exhausted, especially waking up, having possibly a semi good night's rest, and you still wake up exhausted. It takes a toll on you. So, learning how to do stillness check ins are essential. And what it is, you take 5 minutes a day, no music, no phone, just you, and you can just take time to breathe. You can take time to be in stillness. And I talked about this in the last video. I don't think we exercise this tool enough, is just sitting with ourselves and breathing and not being distracted by our phones or not being distracted by our surroundings, just being by yourself. It really creates like a reconnection with yourself, and then you can understand your body, you can hear your body's cues. It's a game changer. And the third sign is you keep saying yes when you really mean no. This is a big one, especially for people pleasers. I am so blessed to say that I'm no longer a people pleaser. I say no to just about anything now, especially if it's not aligned with what I'm doing, where I'm going, who I want to be around. I will say no in a heartbeat and not even care. And it feels so empowering to be able to do that. And when you are approached with different moments where someone's asking you to do something, do a favor, or go somewhere, and you're really not feeling it in your body, and it's not a full body yes, but you decide to do the people pleasing, over committing, and ignoring your gut about the situation and just say yes when you really don't want to go. And I get it, because you don't want to possibly hurt someone's feelings, or you don't want to have to encounter any conflict by saying no or having to explain yourself. But the thing is, you don't have to explain yourself. A no is a no. That's it. If they want to learn more about what no means, go tell them to go figure that out themselves, because you're saying no. Thank you for offering, but no thank you. That's it. And I've learned to not over explain myself. If someone's asking me for something that I know I don't have the capacity for, I kindly just say, thanks for thinking of me, or thanks for asking, but unfortunately, I don't have time for that right now. And usually they respect my no. It becomes so comfortable that you start to just worry about yourself. You worry about your own feelings. You're not trying to adapt to everyone else and be like, oh, is she going to be mad, or is he going to be mad at me if I say no? Who cares? If they're mad at you or guilt trip you or whatever the case may be, you need to reconsider that relationship. And I know that family can do this to you too. Just think about it and see how you feel when you say yes or no to things. The reason why this is a sign of disconnection is because you are abandoning yourself to avoid discomfort. Learning how to sit in discomfort and be uncomfortable will change your life for the better, because then you start just worrying about you. How am I feeling right now? Why are we so conditioned to worry about how someone else is feeling, and then we abandon ourselves, either do the thing or show up, and then we feel horrible because this is something that we don't want to do. And at the end of the day, they're excited, happy. We did whatever we did for them, or we're going wherever they want to go, and we're miserable. Why? You're literally self-abandoning yourself when you say yes, when you really mean no. And when you first start saying no, it's going to be shocking, because for me, when I first started saying no to people and setting more boundaries, people were shocked. She's not going to do it? Seriously? But I was finally protecting my peace, and it feels so good to protect your peace. I think that it's one of the most liberating things ever, is to be able to speak up for yourself and use your voice and say no. I know for a lot of years in my life, I've said yes to a lot of things that I did not want to say yes to. And I so wish that I had the power to say no in those moments, and know that it was okay for me to say no, and knowing that in saying no, I'm protecting my peace. When you start thinking about it like that, it's a game changer, because at the end of the day, it is about you. We have to be a little bit selfish sometimes in those moments. And for me, a practice that I do is, it's called full body yes. And when I'm presented with an opportunity, an offer, I don't know, a job, I check in with myself. And I always ask myself, does this feel light and expansive, or does this feel heavy and draining? If it's light and expansive and it's a full body yes, I'm going to say yes in a heartbeat. Yes, let's do it. But if it feels draining and I feel like I'm going to be exhausted from this, immediately no. And this is what I do in business as well. When I'm talking on the phone with clients, I feel their energy and I'm very intuitive. So I ask questions. I hear how they speak to me. I hear how they engage in the conversation. And the questions that they ask, sometimes they're very much so very draining. What's the best price that you can give me? Or this is my budget. What can you do for this? Hearing these things, it's not aligning with my spirit because now I know I can't be my creative, expansive self because I know now I'm very limited to what you have. And just because you're offering money doesn't mean I have to take it. Because for me, not all money is good money. And if it's not aligning with my piece, I will decline. And I've declined huge jobs, huge partnerships just for my piece. And I'm so grateful that I did. And I want you to know that sometimes it's just not about the opportunity. It's not about the money. It's not about the person. It's not about the thing. It's about your piece at the end of the day. So if it's not a full body yes, it's a no, immediate no. And some gentle tools that you can use to reconnect with yourself is mirror work. And that you can do this simply by either looking in the mirror or just asking yourself, what do I need today? Say it loud and with tenderness. Ask yourself, because we know how to ask everyone else, what do you need? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Ask yourself that same question and see what comes up. See what you need. Maybe you need a self-care day. Maybe you need a hot girl walk. Maybe you need to go get a smoothie. Whatever it is, see what you need to make you feel good that day. Another tool is audio journaling, and I love audio journaling. There's actually this app called Confide, and you can do daily video journals. And I love speaking to my phone of audio notes. Like I love to hear my voice back so I can really process what I said. Of course, writing in a journal is beautiful as well. A lot of beautiful things can come out on paper. But I feel like for me, audio journaling, I get to feel the emotion even when I hear it back maybe a year or so later and see how far I've come from that audio message. And the third tool is emotionally honest check-ins. And you can simply ask yourself, am I avoiding something that my body already knows? And then you could just do a quick body scan to see how you're feeling. Maybe you can start feeling anxiety in certain areas in your body. And this is when you start to get more in tune with your body. And I've been learning this over the past few years, just really learning how my body feels when something feels aligned with my spirit or when something doesn't. Checking in with yourself is actually so beneficial and it saves you from a lot of heartache and bad decisions when you take the time to pause and just check in with yourself before you agree to anything. Check-ins are great. I know sometimes we want to just say yes, but just taking a quick pause to check in how you feel will help you in the long run. So with that being said, you are not lost. You are just in a sacred pause. And stillness isn't failure, it's preparation. I want to leave you with a journal prompt. And it's, what part of me have I been avoiding listening to? And ask yourself that. Take out a piece of paper or even do an audio journal and tap in with yourself and see how you're feeling. And that's all for today's video. I hope you've gotten some pointers on how to reconnect with yourself. If you ever feel disconnected with yourself, you can use some of these practices and it will help you tremendously because I know it's helped me. With that being said, make sure you get onto my newsletter and download my clarity blueprint below to help you get started on getting clear with your next step. And if you like this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And that's all for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.